Okay, okay. Let's do one thing. I will just revise main topics as I said. Means yes, SQL means yeah. Main topic is okay. Good. Yeah, this is the main important part. SQL. Okay, you don't have problem. Yeah. May, yes. Okay. 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 So let's do one thing. Firstly, I will repeat all things. Then after this, you will just try to complete the task. Then we will move ahead. Okay. Okay. So today let's start with our. Okay, you need the HTML, JavaScript, and PHP combined. Okay. Let me think. Okay, let's start with JavaScript today. JavaScript is you can say the complicated one for you, as as I understand you just finding JavaScript difficult. So let's start with JavaScript and JavaScript validation. Today we just see the JavaScript validation. Okay, so within the JavaScript validation, we can just cover up the HTML part, JavaScript part, and PHP part also. So we'll just revise all the things. Okay, Raki? Start the bank. Do you remember we completed JavaScript validations? Validations in the JavaScript validations? Yeah. Okay. Okay. Just tell me what is the validation? First thing. What is the validations? Now, last time same confusion you have means what is the validation? Validation it would be any function, it would be inbuilt function. No, validation is a topic. Validation is a topic in every language. Means every language provide validation. Validation means we just validate our inputs. Means if anybody just username and password, if anybody just submitting form without entering username and password, so we should validate this. Validate means we should check this. Validation one kind of check. Yeah, yeah. And yeah, you got the working also validation means yeah, yeah. Okay, okay. Let's no issue. I will just revise all the things. 1 second. Let me just open the local host. Okay, validation. Okay, did you understand what is the validation orally? Means validation is a process. In that process, we just validate our input for a required field or any matching combination. Means if we just need only integer in any input in any text box, then we should validate that text box for the client for user that he should enter only in numeric values, otherwise it should show a message that you are entered integer or other than integer, please enter integer value. This is called the validation. Means if anybody, yeah, if anybody just um, and if any text box they didn't fill up and that text box is required, means user should enter any field. Means let's take an example, login page. Okay, if user didn't enter username and the password and he is trying to log in. Okay, trying to log in. So if we didn't validate, if we didn't set any check into our inputs before submitting the form, then what will be the process? Yeah, it will submit, our form will be submitted and it will go to our server. and within the server it will just check username and password, blank username and password, and it will show that yeah, wrong username and password. But that is wrong way. Why? Because user doesn't enter anything. So why we have to go to server? Why we are increasing burden of server? So we should validate these input value first. Means user should enter username and the password, then only we will submit the form. So this is the kind of validation. Okay, you got you get the you get the working of this topic. Means what is the validation? Did you understand? Did you understand what is the validation? Okay. Now let's see. Yeah, yeah. Okay. Yeah, one kind of check. Yes. Yes. Right. So we will just see the validations. Okay, we already have maybe. Yes. Validation page. Undefined index. Username. This is called validation. Means we are trying to submit a form, but we are getting one message that you should enter username first. Okay, but it's refreshing. Means there is some code. There is some error in the code. It should not be refreshed. Form. Once well, let me open the file. So this is called a validation. Now let's come on into the JavaScript. Okay, what is the JavaScript, Raki? Do you remember? Yeah, it's a scripting language. Okay. Actually, JavaScript is a scripting language, but client side scripting language. Okay, JavaScript is a client side scripting language. And now, what is the difference between client side scripting language and the server side scripting language? Our PHP is a server side scripting language. Okay, so what what is the difference between client side and server side? Means logical difference. Did you know the difference? Okay. Actually, in the client side means the code of that language, the code or coding of JavaScript will be executed on the client side. Means with the help of browser, the code of JavaScript will be executed with the help of browser. Okay, means all the code, all the logics will be executed, will be manipulated in the client side. We are not going to submit, we are not going to submit the form onto the server. So i- other than our PHP server side scripting language, the code of PHP will execute on the server side, means on the server, with the help of server, with the help of the Apache server or any other server. PHP code will execute and it will just send the result, and we will just display that result as per our requirement. Okay, logic.php. So session sessions. Okay, I used session. Remove. Once again, let me remove this. Okay. Did you remember why we use include, Raki? Why we include function? This function. One second. This function. Why we use include function? This is one predefined inbuilt function of PHP. we use include. Within the include, yeah, yeah, predefined function. Predefined means inbuilt, yeah, just parallel, yeah. uh, okay, by the logic behind the means working of our include function. Did you remember working? Yeah, yeah. Okay, include function. Yeah, 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 yeah. Okay, no issue, no issue. Include function. We use include function to including one another PHP file into our current file. This is our current file or not? Validation.php. This is our current file. We are just coding on that. We are working on this file. Now, with the help of include function, what we are doing, we are just including one another file, or you can say we are just trying to use code of another file code, means another file code in PHP. Only PHP file will be included with the help of include function. Okay, only PHP file. Means what we are doing in the validation.php, we are just using, we are using also, yeah, logic.php file. Is whole code of logic.php is also available for our validation.php. Yeah. So this is the working for including another file into our current file. Okay. We will use include function so many times. So we will just by heart this function. No issue, no worry about the include function. Okay. So this is a simple username, password, and one submit button, login button. Okay. Do you understand this HTML? Is there any confusion with this HTML? Means we, okay. Yeah. Actually, within the HTML, we can use any our PHP code. Yes, within the HTML. Within the HTML also, we can use JavaScript code. But one thing, JavaScript code should be within the script tag or not. This is the script tag open, and this is the script tag close. Just forget about the code. I will just explain all the code. Okay, we have to use JavaScript code within the script tag only. Okay, same as we use PHP code within the PHP tag. This is the PHP tag or not? PHP tag open and PHP tag closed. So PHP code should be within the PHP tag, and JavaScript code within the JavaScript tag, and this script is our JavaScript tag. Okay, okay, Raki. JavaScript and the jQuery, both codes should be within the script. We will just, in our future session, we will just learn about the jQuery also, and we will concentrate on jQuery. Okay, because jQuery is much easier also, and you will just enjoy to code within the jQuery. Okay, okay. So let's start our requirement. What is our requirement? Once again, so this is our simple form. If anybody just submit, then it will showing is enter username, but it is refreshing. That is wrong. One second, let me rectify the problem. On submit function, maybe the return, and return false. Yep, correct. One second, Lucky. Now it is not submitting. Submitting means how I just get it is submitting or not, Raki? How I get? Because our form is not refreshed. After this, you can see here there is no refresh, no loader button. After clicking OK, there is no refresh. Did you understand how I can say it is submitting or not? Submitting means it is submitting our whole form onto the server, and server will execute all the code, means basically the PHP code, and it will just response. In the web application, okay, let's come more basics. In the web applications, what happen exactly? First, any client open the URL. Okay, this is our URL. This is our, let us assume this is our website URL. So if anybody just enter this URL and click on the, or you can say and press enter, means he just trying to access our website. So this is one kind of request. This request will be sent to server, and server just reply this URL. Means in the server we have one page validation.php, and server just reply this page and showing to the browser. So this is the process: sending request and receiving response. And client means our browser. Okay, client means browser. Okay, Raki? Client means browser. Client just sending request, server giving the response. So what client doing by using this URL and pressing enter? Client just sending a request that he want to access this page. And where is this page? This page within our www folder, and your Raki folder. Within the Raki folder there is a validation.php. Okay. So which server is replying? Currently we are working on local server. So WAMP and XAMPP, yeah, WAMP and XAMPP just provide us a local environment to running our web application or PHP web application. Okay, these local hosts will provide us a environment to run our web application. Okay, in the in that case we just put our file, our means just assume this Raki a folder or not. Yes, so we just put our whole folder into the server. We just upload that folder, and they just give us a domain name means like facebook.com is one kind of domain name. Okay, if anybody just enter facebook.com, so they just point to one folder. Where a home page or login page will be loaded. From where a login page, first login page loaded, and every page will be loaded from that folder. Okay, same as we will put our folder into the server, and we just get one domain name, means just let's assume Rakhi.com. Okay, whenever any user enter Rakhi.com, then we just point it to our Rakhi folder, so it will load this folder automatic. It will load just this page automatically. So this is the working. Okay, we will just see more how we upload, how we configure our website into the server. We will just see all these things. Okay, did you understand request and response or not? First thing, this is the basic. Request means client. Client means browser. Whenever we just enter any URL, we are requesting. We just submit a request onto the server. Server will process that request and give the response. This is the simple working of web application. Okay, did you understand request and response? Okay, now we are trying to submit. Okay, but we are getting one message: please enter username. Why? Because we didn't enter username, so that is wrong. Before, after entering the username and password, then only we have to submit the form. So but we are getting message, but our form is also not submitting. Here is no refresh. No refresh means our form is not submitting. Refresh means our form is submitted to server. Just keep in your mind by heart this thing. Simple thing. If we get refresh here or reload button, okay, then it means our form is submitted to server. This we refresh, it's there is loading button or loading bar or not, yes. So it means we submitted our folder, our file, our, sorry, we submitted our this page into the server, and server will just reply or response. Same in, because in the validation.php what we code this simple HTML. Okay, this simple HTML will be printed. Why? Because and everywhere there is a condition. Yeah, it is also rendering, it is also executing, but there is a condition. Which condition? Submit. We are not submitting. If we submit the form, then only this within this, if this code will be executed after submitting the form. Dollar underscore post login. Login is the name of our submit button. Okay, did you understand? After clicking on submit, then only this code will execute. Okay, same this code also we use and operator. Okay, submit. That's why this code is not going to execute. Why? Because we are not, one second here, we are not clicking on submit, we are refreshing from here. Okay, now what is our requirement? Whenever user is without entering username and password trying to submit, so they should get a message that please enter username and the password. Okay, this is our requirement. You get the requirement, Raki? Now we already done this with the help of PHP in our same code. We already done, means once again, just 2 minutes. Yeah, Raki, can you hear me? Hello, Raki. Yeah, okay. Now, so this, yeah, you understand? Because of these ifs, means this code within this if condition or not, this whole code. That's why it is not executing and it is also not executing. Now, do you understand what is our requirement? Requirement means whenever user didn't enter any username or just left the blank or username field and the password field, then it should get a message that please enter username or please enter password. We just we already done with the PHP. Yes, we will just discuss about this also after discussing JavaScript, because our concentration on the JavaScript right now. Okay, so JavaScript, first thing is that just keep in your mind JavaScript is a client side scripting language. Client side means whole code of JavaScript will be executed with the help of browser. With the help of browser, every browser, Mozilla Firefox, Chrome, Safari, Internet Explorer, every browser understands JavaScript. Okay, every browser understand the JavaScript, understand the code of JavaScript, understand the syntax of JavaScript. Okay, so this code will execute with the help of browser. And what is the browser? Browser is the client. So that's why it is called client side scripting language. Okay, you get the point, Raki? Okay, now one second. So our requirement, if anybody just enter, please enter username. If anybody just enter username, then we should show please enter password. Yeah, if we enter both the field, then username and password may be wrong. That's why, because we just set any condition, means password and username should be maybe the Rakhi. Let's see in the logic.php, we have created logic.php also. If username and password both the field have the value, then yeah, Rakhi, then only it would be logged in. Okay. One more thing, just tell me, Rakhi, in the password field, there is a visible text, visible string. Why I have to just make that password format? How I will do that in the HTML? Means, one second. Here, if I just enter anything, it is readable format or not? FG, FD, GDF. Okay. No issue, no issue. Okay. No, if you need to password format, yeah, hide our in a text box, means it will come text. I we can hide our string or text whatever we have entered. But by using this property or not, input type property of our input tag, we can use. Yeah, we can do this with, means we can use this type property. How? We just have to write here password, nothing else. Input type, if we write just password, then yeah, ask me. Yeah, it will come on form of dot, means password format. Yeah, this. Okay. Okay. Now let's come on to the JavaScript. So there is in the every HTML tag. Did you remember every HTML tag have some properties? This is the property or not? Type equals to text. Type is a property. Okay. ID is a property. Name is a property. Okay. Same as form tag. Action is a property. Action, within the action we will write the any other file name. If we want to just redirect that file name after submitting the form, we use blank, because I just want to redirect onto the same file. That's why I use blank. Okay. Method, which method do you use for submitting your form or sending the value? On submit, this is not a property. Okay. On submit is a event. What is event? Means every HTML tag have the property and the events, two things. Every HTML tag have properties and events. Property just for their facility, or their they provide the working of the HTML tag. Means if we write text, then it will come to text box. If we write the input type submit, then it will appear a button, submit button. If we write password, then our text box is there, but in the password format. Okay. If we write checkbox, then there would be a checkbox. Okay. This is the property. It will just define the behavior of our HTML tag. But this is the event. Event just define the working, define the functionality of our HTML tag at any particular event. Particular event means what we have. Let's assume in the submit button. This is one kind of button or not? Yes. These event this button have on blur, on change, on click, on double click, on focus, on key down. These all are the events. What are they? They are event of button. Means what would be the happen? What would be the happen when we double click on this button? We can just write a function for that, a JavaScript function. The main basic advantages of that in the event, we can call JavaScript coding with the help of these HTML events. These are the HTML tag or not? And every tag have events, different events. And the advantage of event, we can just execute JavaScript code with the help of events. Are you getting or not, Rakhi? Events and the JavaScript code means we can call the JavaScript code with the help of events. Yeah, this is one kind of communication bridge or not in the HTML and JavaScript. Rakhi, means this is one kind of communication bridge. Yeah, you can say communication. Yeah, JavaScript and HTML, because this is the HTML code and JavaScript code is different. We have to write within the script tag. So these event can be one kind of communication bridge or communication, you can say communication method with the JavaScript. We can call the JavaScript function directly. This is the JavaScript function, same function. Whatever be the function, we already discussed about the function. I will just repeat the definition of functions also. Okay. So we can call the JavaScript function. And whenever we call any function, it will execute whole code of that function or not. Raki? Okay, one second. Okay, sorry, sorry. Now, can you hear me, Raki? Okay. Means our on some means events, HTML events can be call our JavaScript functions. JavaScript coding can execute JavaScript coding. Okay, so this is the main advantage of events. Okay, now let's let's just see the what we use on submit event. On submit event, which HTML tag event? Our form tag. This is our form tag or not? On submit event, when this event occur, whenever we click on submit button, and before submitting, on submit event will occur. Submitting means we are going to server. Submitting, whenever you just hear the submit word, it means we are about to going to server. Okay, we are just going to server, but before going to server, on submit event will fire. And this event, what we use? Return validate function. This is one kind of function, only just concentrate on validate function. This is one validate function, and it should be on our same current file, then only this function will execute. Okay, okay, Raki. What we have done, on submit event, we just call our JavaScript function. Let's see the JavaScript now. Do you understand events, or should I repeat, Raki? Yeah, understand, na? So can we move ahead? Okay, so now let's, if we call validate, so there should be a validate function and the JavaScript function also. Why? Because within the event we use JavaScript code. Okay, within the events we use JavaScript code. So this is one kind of JavaScript function. Yeah, we have that same function definition. Okay, in the JavaScript also, same PHP. What is the function? Raki, do you remember? What is the functions? This is you. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, anytime in the execution, we can call any number of from any time of function any number of time. Okay. So what is the function? Function is a one kind of block of code. Yeah, method. Block of code means within the function we use some line of code, any number of line. We can use any number line of code. We use the code block of code, and that block of code will be execute every call of that function. Means if we call one time, then this code will execute one time. If we call this function 10 times, then this code will execute 10 times. Okay, this is simple. PHP function same working and JavaScript function same working. There is no difference. Okay, okay, Raki means we have to call this function for executing this code, the whole code. We have to call this function. How we call our functions? Just writing the name of our function. It is the one kind of calling of our function, nothing else. This is the call of our function and this is the definition of our function. Same as PHP function work same, no difference. We have to just define the function, and after defining we can call our function from anywhere in our code, any number of times also. Okay, okay, Raki. Now let's just see what is in our function. This is one kind of JavaScript function. Let's come to the JavaScript code. Okay. Do you understand the ID, name ID? What is the ID? ID is also one kind of property or not of our HTML tag. These IDs. So in the Java, just keep in one thing in your mind. JavaScript, we cannot identify perfectly. We cannot identify our HTML elements. Okay, we generally use ID and the class. What we use? ID and class. Right now, I'm just giving you example with the ID. Okay, means with the help of these IDs, this user defined. You can use any name. Okay, ID equals to any name. This is the user defined. Okay, I just use user only, and in the password field I use PW. Okay, so with the help of these ID, we just point out that particular HTML. Hello, one second. Hello, Raki, can you hear me? One second. Hello, hello. Oh shit. Can you hear me now? So, so with the help of ID, yeah, we are on ID property of every HTML tag can have the ID property. Okay, with the help of ID, we just identify our HTML tag in JavaScript code. We need the value or not, our whatever we have entered, we need value whatever we entered here for calculating or for just checking is that blank or not. Okay, we have to just find out the value. Yes, that's why we use id of any html tag for just checking is there any value, or if we can also we can also set checks like is there any integer value only or whatever. We will just learn in our future session how we check the integer value, how we check the format of email. Should be email format means there should be one dot and one at the rate. Okay, right now we are just checking a blank value. Okay, now this line of code, we have to know the value of username or not whenever this function is called. Means whenever we click on submit button, we have to know the value of this username or not, this text box and this text box, Raki. So that's why this line of code we use. These two line of code use for just getting the value of our two text boxes. Means it will just assign the value of our first text box into the username and into the password for second text box. What is this where, Raki? var. We use where one kind of keyword. Yes, one kind of keyword used to just define variables. Okay, means we just define one username and we are assigning into username the value of our first text box. This is the, yeah, how we get the first text box. Document predefined keyword get element by id predefined function of javascript dot value predefined keyword. Okay, now document keyword just indicate that our current document. Okay, within our current document get element by id, within our current document which html element have this id, user id, which element, which html element have this user id, Raki? Yeah, our first in text box, our first text box have this user id or not? Yes. So document just indicate current document get element by id function just put or just indicate our current whatever we element we need. This is one kind of element tag html tag or not, this input tag and the, this is we can say the element also in the coding language. We can say element. That's why there is a get element by id and means now we are pointing to this our first text box because this text box have id user and we are using user here. Okay, whatever with the id here we can change id here, so we should change here also. Okay, now dot value just give the value whatever is the value at that time. Means right now we have some text into our first text box f double y f. Okay, so it will return this value. Otherwise if we don't have anything then it will return blank. Okay, blank means nothing. Now so with the help of these two line of code, what we have done, we just get the value of first text box into username and second text box into the password variable. How? Same way. Document, current document, get element by id function just indicate our password means second text box, and dot value means the value of that text box. So now we have the values of our both of the text box. Okay, what we have done, we just assign the value into two variables. Now what we have to do, we have to just check simple if else condition, same as PHP. There is no difference. Same as PHP, if else condition also work in the JavaScript. What we are doing, we are just writing a condition. If username is equals to blank, this indicate blank, means there is no space also not there. Okay, if you use space, then space just is kind of one character. You have to use without space, double quotes. Okay, so it means we are just checking that is our username is blank. If yes, then this condition will true or not. Yes, this is true. The code between the if condition will be execute. So what is the code? Alert. This is one kind of a pop-up window in JavaScript. You are getting the pop-up window or not? Yeah, this is our what pop-up window. That's why it is because of alert it is coming. Okay, within the alert you can write any message. Okay, within a single code, if you are writing means you are writing a string, it will just print as it is. Alert will print as it is. So what we have written, please enter username. Why? Because our username is blank. The condition this implies that, means condition just show that our username is blank, so we have to show a message, please enter username. Okay, and return false. Now just concentrate on this return. Return false means this function, our validate function will be terminated and it will return false. False means where written is there on our event. With the help of event, we call our function or not, Raki? So it will return to our event. What is the value? Returning value false. So our form will not be submit. Why? Because on submit there is false. So it will just show you the working of our till now whatever we have see the code. It will just show the message, and if we click OK, there is no submission to the server, because we get the false into the on submit event. Raki, did you get the point? Or should I repeat? One second. Yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay, okay, okay. Oh, just give me 2 minutes. Just 2 minutes. Okay. Yeah, yeah. Okay. Okay, okay. I'm not going to repeat. I'm just finishing this code. Yeah, I'm just finishing the code. Okay. So same as if we same as I'm just going to finish the code. Only just 2 minutes. Just 2 minutes. Okay. If we don't have password also, same working. But we are else if means this if condition is true, then we will means this condition is false, then it will check else if we don't write and if we didn't write anything, we didn't enter anything into the password field, then it will just give a message, password field please enter password field, and it will return false. If both of the condition is not true, means it is not false, means we have value in the username and the password in both fields, so it should return true, returning where to the our on submit event of our form. True means so it will going to submit to the server. Simple. Okay, so this is the simple JavaScript code. Try to understand this. We will just revise this code also tomorrow. Okay, and I'm just sending this file and the video with in the email. Okay. Okay. Just ask me. Today you don't have time. You can ask me question tomorrow also if you have any doubt. Okay. And just send me that file, that document file. You just created what means the topics. Yes. Yeah. Okay. Okay, Kushi. Okay, Raki. Bye bye. That's it for today's session. Have a nice day.